Reuben Carter, C-A-R-T-E-R. I'm a PhD, Reuben Carter.
Let's spell it T-U-C-K space F-L-E-T-C-H-E-R. Tuck Fletcher.
Tuck Fletcher is the most professional man I've ever worked with. That guy can get into a house, talk to a person, and get all that trash out in no time.
Hoarder is someone who just keeps too much shit, basically. You know, you go into these houses, there's a bunch of animals everywhere, shit all over the floor, can't even see it half the time. You know, these people just hold on to shit. Why? Boggles my mind, I don't know.
Where does hoarding come from? You know, as much as I know about the subject, there's still a lot to learn. Some people think it's a problem in the frontal lobe, some people think it's in the rear lobe, but you never know. I mean, a lot of it's just an addiction. These people have a problem with getting rid of things.
Well, I had a coronary last July. Doctors took me in there. They took the tubes from my legs. They put them in the tubes of my heart because I guess they were clogged with shit. As a result of that, you know, my cooling system don't work like it used to, so I sweat all the time. It's just easy when you live in East Texas, as I'm sure you know. My dad's sickness started about 10 years ago. My mother died of breast cancer. It was traumatic. I've obviously been very shaken by this, and I've never been the same person since.
If we don't succeed today with getting this man to clean his house, I hate to say it, but it could tear his entire family apart. I've seen it a million times before, and it's kind of a frightening thought to think of a daughter never wanting to have contact with her father again because he lives like a piece of trash.
The message I have for my dad is that if you don't clean that fucking mess of a house, if you don't let them in and let them straighten you out, then we are done. We're done, Dad. I want to save this relationship. I want you to be part of my life. The only thing I have left in this world, and you don't throw away the garbage so that one day I can bring a girl home, then I don't want to call you Dad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's the truth. That's the truth.
Judging from the phone call, I expect to find basically hell on earth. This girl described the house as just complete filth everywhere, and the hoarding disease comes from all over the place. You know, it's basically can be categorized as an addiction, and sometimes it's a big problem in the frontal lobes.
So when my mother died about 11 years ago, you know, it shook the family. We all were very distraught. It tore us asunder. I'm not the same girl that I was in 1999 at all. You know, what happened to my dad when Mom died is he just withdrew into himself, you know, and just made it all into a little ball of hurt he kept inside of himself and wouldn't show the world. And, you know, I dealt with it in other ways, you know. A lot has happened to me since then, many transformations. Shame on you.
When we get in there tomorrow, I'm gonna be like a raccoon caught in a bear trap. I'm gonna go fucking nuts, and I'm gonna clean the shit out of that place. No one's gonna stop me.
Hey, Mr. Baderman, we're from A&E.
Hi, how are you?
I'm Dr. Reuben Carter. This is my partner, Tuck Fletcher.
Nice to meet you, sir.
We'd like to clean up your life, man. Your daughter gave us a pretty upsetting call, and we can see by looking around here that there's a pretty big problem going on.
Excuse me?
It stinks in here, sir.
I just had the maid come. I don't see.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, I think.
Pretty clean.
You don't mind me saying?
Wait a sec, my daughter called you?
Yeah, she called us from her university. She said that her father was living in a cesspool.
Real pile of crap, sir.
This doesn't look like a cesspool to me.
Well, it is.
Crazy, Tuck, but...
Sir, I think you maybe need to go back to the optometrist and get those little peepers looked at.
Wow, you don't have to insult me. I mean...
So there's a strong odor of a hoard in here, a lot of trash. Listen, we got 13.
Why don't you give that thing a spray?
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Jesus!
get that in there. Oh, Jesus.
Sorry if that got in your face a little bit,
Okay.
but we're professionals, sir. Just let us in. It'll take only a few minutes, but it all kind of depends on you, you know, how willing you are to appreciate this. Well, basically when we showed up to Mr. Bitterman's, he had no idea why we were there, and to me it was quite obvious that he was pretty sick. He couldn't tell his house looked like trash, he had clutter all around. Like, if you don't know that your daughter's upset with you and your house looks like shit, there's obviously a problem going on. If we have to come here,
My house?
it's an insult to me.
It's clean. I don't know, but you guys are crazy.
You know, sir, for the sake of civility, why don't you just humor us? Let us look around, please.
We're gonna get in here and look around. We're gonna take a look at your hoard. Jesus Christ! I'll tell you one thing about this hoard. This guy had a lot of shit.
Look at this.
What is this? How many drinks does a man need? Sir, this sink has dishes all over it.
Look at that.
There's a cup in there.
Yeah, there's a cup. Have you
guys
noticed?
are crazy.
Sir, there's a cup with a spoon in it.
Whoa, guys, come on now.
Vermin
This is a
accumulate,
joke.
mister.
You guys are kidding, right?
The first rule we try to go through is you take something away immediately to let them know it can happen. So Tuck pushed his way through and started molesting his record case.
Every single record in there is not going to stay here by the time me and my team are gone. You understand that?
You need to clean yourself up, sir. Mr. Baderman.
What do you mean clean myself up?
Look at this. You have outdated technologies all throughout your house.
Don't touch that record. God. The outdated records, these are classics.
Tuck, stomp on that right now.
We're gonna smash one of these records now. Well, we're gonna have to
No.
have to break.
Don't
the
do that.
record.
Please don't do that.
What are you
Right
doing?
now.
What are you doing? Holy shit! Be cured of your problem.
Oh my God. No.
All right.
No.
There, feel a
No.
little bit better. What I chose to do, I dug through his fantastic record collection, and I broke a record because oftentimes you will find. Ask Reuben about this, by the way. You will find that the first thing to go is always the hardest one.
It's nothing anymore. You can let go now.
What was once treasure is now trash. Do you understand what we're saying? All right, Reuben. I think maybe I'll go left. You go right. Let's clean this hoard tonight. Right.
Now you're doing the thinking, Tuck.
I'm never gonna do as much as you.
Well, I guess what I usually do in a situation like this in a darker hoard is I get my headlight on. Let's delve into this. We got pants on the ground, a couple of cords, garbage basically everywhere. Get down here, see what you got on the bottom. Jesus Christ. What a hoard. Woo. What the fuck is
Hey man, what are you doing?
listen, what the hell is this? What's this?
It's from my daughter's birthday when she was 6.
Her 6th birthday, she's 19 years old. We're getting rid of this. This is going away. It's going away, right?
No.
No.
Wait a
Don't-
sec.
you can't-
Wait a
don't-
sec.
No.
Sir,
Excuse me,
Don't
sir.
touch me.
Don't touch me.
Okay,
Okay. There's
Listen.
this is no one's throwing any of
This
my
is
stuff
over
away,
a decade
okay?
old.
We're gonna make a pile of things you're gonna keep. Call it the keep pile. Pile of things we're gonna throw away. Called the throw it away pile. Now,
This gotta go somewhere.
all right. Keep, throw away. What are we doing? We're gonna throw it away. All right. We'll put that there with your pants I found over there. All right. What's this? This looks like a check you haven't cashed yet. Keep this. Throw it away. I'm gonna just throw it away.
No, listen to me. It's time for you to go.
They can get pretty irate sometimes. I've had a gun pulled on me. I've had knives pulled on me. I've had 100-year-old newspapers thrown at me.
Do hoarders get violent? Oh yeah, all the time. I've had things shot at me. A 10-year-old tried to shoot me with a crossbow one time outside of a trailer.
It's time for you to get out of my house, okay?
Time for the trash to
I'm
get out of
really
your
tired of this. I don't. You guys come in here. You start taking all my stuff.
You're gonna kick us
Okay,
out.
you guys are like thieves. You're not. You're
Kick
not.
us out. I'm
hoarder.
getting Reuben. I'm getting.
Whoa.
I'm getting Reuben. I'm getting Reuben.
He didn't like that one bit. He told me to get out of his room. He said, "Get the fuck out of here. You guys have no right to be here." Now I don't know nothing about the law or the way the human mind works or a woman, but I do know when I need to get Reuben. And so I said, "This is a matter for a man of higher education," and I went and I did that.
Reuben, he's trying to kick us out. You think you need to go talk to him? He's going home.
Look at this pile.
Oh Lord, fuck! Don't even touch that without the gloves. I'll get Miguel in here. Take care of it.
I'll talk to him.
I'll look around in here.
I'll talk to
look
him.
around.
It's tough, but I mean, I can talk them down. That's what I got my doctorate in. I wrote a pretty incredible thesis. It's 50 pages of just pure genius. So what's the problem, man? You can talk to me.
I don't.
It's doctor-patient
I don't know what you're
confidentiality.
talking about. Okay, there is no problem. You guys come here. You try to take all my stuff. All right. Honestly, I don't even know if you're with a TV show right now. Don't touch me.
You're
it's
in
okay.
denial.
Listen, a guy in a suit and a redneck show up to my house, telling me I'm a hoarder.
Don't talk about Tuck like that, all right? He's not a redneck.
I used to actually be a bit of a hoarder myself. Dr. Reuben, you know, he saved my life. I don't even own a home anymore. That's how bad my condition is. If I have a place to keep shit, I'm gonna start stocking stuff up. Cans of soup, newspapers. I don't know why I do it.
The authorities? Why would you call the police?
We've talked to the local authorities. We have it in writing from your daughter.
What? In writing for my daughter? What? She has no control over my estate.
Actually, you don't know the way the law works.
No,
sir.
I do know the way. I do know the way the law works.
Not well
okay?
enough.
Maybe you don't.
Not well enough, obviously, because I can shut this place down right now.
Why would you do that?
Because
It's a perfectly clean home.
Sir,
you guys
you're
come in
sick.
here. You're threatening to take away my home now.
You're sick.
He was a stern upbringer, a stern father figure, but he was also perhaps too understanding for my taste. I am who I am, and he was never okay with that. Ever since Mom was gone, he needed to control everything. He needed to control everything that ever happened in that fucking house, in that fucking mess that he calls a place that he lives.
Okay.
You don't know that much, sir.
You guys come into my house. You're threatening to take away my home now. This is unbelievable.
It's not just a threat. It will happen.
Why? It's a clean home. I had a maid come today.
Clean? Have you seen the shards of records all over the place?
You guys shattered a record. You're the ones who shattered that.
That is hearsay. I know you don't understand why you're here.
Listen, I don't want to lose my home, okay? I'll play ball. But to be honest with you, I don't see what you're talking about. I really don't see what you're talking about.
That's good.
My daughter, I mean, me and her are going to talk, believe me.
According to the papers she's filed, you are not going to talk to her unless you cooperate with us.
All right, whatever you guys need to do, just do it and get out of my house.
You're going to actually have to leave while we clean this place out. If you want to keep a tight relationship with your daughter, sir, it's okay. Take a moment to think about it. I know you don't want to go to prison. Prison's a scary place. And I know they make you keep things clean there.
Alright, just do whatever you need to do, right?
Alright, the second stage of sickness is giving in, and I'm glad you did.
Reuben says, alright, I'm going to talk to this son of a bitch piece of shit. You know, he gets up like a man, and he goes in there. I don't know what they did, but Reuben calmed him the fuck down real fast.
Today kind of worked out for us. Sometimes you find yourselves in a bad case of hoarding, and sometimes you can actually convince the guy and let him know that he has a sickness. You know, his frontal lobe is all fucked up, and he's lucky he's not going to lose his daughter, he's not going to lose his home, because he decided to cooperate with us. And I'm just really happy it worked out this way, you know? Let me go check out this room and see what other kind of a crap we can throw away.
Well, I'll hold on to that for myself. You know, it's really tragic the way these hoarders, they just kind of hang on to food. That's good. It's way too long. They're obsessed with it having enough, and it's just sad to see. Oh, whoa, whoa, got here. Have a cold one on the job, never hurt nobody.
Okay, guys, seriously, you guys have to go now. Police are on their way.
There are no police on
Mr. Baderman.
There's no.
Mr. Baderman, we talked about this.
I didn't sign any paperwork. You have to leave my apartment.
You're not
right
supposed
now.
to be here. Tell him, Reuben, we're not supposed to have him during
We
the
talked
cleaning.
about this. Do you have any idea how disappointed your daughter will be?
You know what? I don't care about what my daughter thinks right now. She's
Really?
a child. She's a child.
She's
And
in
you know what?
college?
It's time for you to leave. It's time to.
She's in college, eh?
You're not taking any of this.
That's mine now.
We're taking all of this. We're taking all of it. We're taking the stuff that you own.
Get off of me.
Doghouse, sir.
This is my house. Don't you dare take this son of a bitch. This is my house. Get down.
Tuck, take his shoe.
Grab, got your Get his shoe, Reuben. Your hoard has become mine.
It turns out that we were a little short-sighted on this case today, and Mr. Baderman is a smart guy, it seems, and he is a lawyer.
Dude didn't want to listen, so then basically I knocked him down and took his shoe.
So when it came down to it, Mr. Baderman just kind of outsmarted us, you know? I mean, A&E, sometimes we can't afford things like this. I mean, It would have been nice if we consulted a lawyer before, but we decided not to. I thought being, a doctor was enough. And
Do I feel bad about losing a hoarder or a patient, as Reuben might call them? No, not really. I mean, you go in there, you try to help somebody, they push you away. What are you supposed to do? It ain't a total loss for me, man. Only problem now is I gotta drive 3 states. It's alright. Road sodas. Cheers.
I've mostly taken my grief out, my anger and grief at my mom for leaving the family. It's a horrible thing to go through. And I took it all and I just put it here.